Hi, how was your day?
Oh, it wasn't good.
Oh, how come? Problem with the patients?
No, not exactly. The problem is balancing patient care with all the paperwork, rules, and requirements. I'm just going to take a nap for about an hour. I didn't sleep well last night. I've been having all these strange dreams.
You don't look happy. What's been troubling you?
I keep having the strangest dreams.
Tell me about them.
Well, in the one I remember the most, I'm married to a healthcare provider CEO. We have a very troubled marriage. He makes promises, he doesn't keep them, and he never does what I ask him to do. And on top of all of that, he doesn't trust me, and he always wants to know where I am. I finally decide to leave and find someone better. So what do you think that all means?
Are you having marital difficulties? Are you mad at the CEO?
Well, now that you mention it, yes. See, recently we've had issues around planning a new program, and I sent this angry email because it kept getting delayed. Now, the CEO said it was because of the fraud and abuse rules. Do you think that could be troubling me?
That could be your problem. I know I can help you. Let me summarize the important points of hospital relationships with physicians.
Great. I could use a clear and concise summary.
There are two main federal laws that impact provider relationships. One called the Anti-Kickback Law that has safe harbors for different arrangements, and another called the Stark Law that has exceptions for similar arrangements. The laws basically require that arrangements between providers need to be documented and fair.
But what is fair?
There are the concepts that the arrangement be commercially reasonable and the compensation paid under the arrangement should not be excessive.
Yes, I understand that. But why does every physician-hospital arrangement take so much time and effort?
It's because the laws governing these relationships can be very complicated. Determining fair market value can take time because outside consultants may be used. More unusual arrangements can take additional time to discuss and may not be acceptable.
Well, why are some providers more willing to enter into relationships than others? When I tell a provider this, they get upset with me.
It's not wise to threaten one another that you will leave and find someone or someplace new because it can be misconstrued by each other or, in this case, by the government.
I didn't realize that. So explain to me why the hospital is so focused on tracking my time for my medical director contract.
It's about documenting that you actually performed the required services for the compensation in case the government pursues an action. You should write down everything you do in a timely manner. Also, don't just copy a timesheet from one period to the next. Understandably, there will be some overlap, but each period should have a distinct timesheet, or the government could question your services.
That's sound advice. Now, what about another concern I have? That some providers are more focused on money than patient care, because I am always receiving coding questions.
Non-physician providers have faced more scrutiny of their billing and coding practices. Good documentation of the patient's diagnosis, problems, current condition, and expected issues is key because a reviewer will only see the medical record, not what you see. Finally, good documentation also helps improve physician quality scores because they are partially based on patient acuity.
Well, this was very helpful. I just hope I can remember it all.
I know, it's a lot to remember, but sometimes the only thing you need to remember is to ask a question.
Thanks. I'll remember that.
Thank you for agreeing to meet again to discuss the proposed program.
Well, thank you for inviting me. And again, I apologize for getting so upset about how long things were taking and sending that angry email.
That was some email. But I understand your frustration. I should have been clearer that we needed to get legal's approval first. But while they finished the analysis, they said it was fine for us to discuss the proposed details.
Well, I understand that these things take time. So, do you want to start by talking about the directorship for the new program?
Yes, we need to discuss specific duties, compensation, and a fair market value analysis. We might want to make part of the compensation dependent on meeting patient satisfaction or quality measures.
Okay, well, I'll do a first draft of the duties.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Remember, we'll need to document your time.
No, I know that. I know that.
Great. Now, we were thinking that we would manage for a fee the billing, coding, and quality.
Why don't we just hire some staff to do that?
Well, we could do that, but the rules are so complex. It might be better for the billing and coding staff to be under our training and supervision. Also, we have an extensive quality program that we could expand under this.
Well, that sounds like something we should consider then. But I want you to know, as medical director, I will be concerned about quality.
Of course. And we also will be working closely together.
Great, I appreciate that. Okay, I gotta run. I have got to meet a patient, so can we continue this discussion sometime soon?
Certainly. Just let me know when it's convenient for you.
Great.
I care about our relationship.
Well, thank you. So do I. I'm home!
Hey!
Woo! Something smells good.
You look like you're in a good mood.
Oh, I am.
How was your day?
It was wonderful. It was like a dream.